everybody. Welcome to another Wolfpack Cigar Club podcast. Tonight we have a special night. I think it was long overdue. We got our good friends from Cigar Clowns. We got Joe, we got Ray, and we got Danny. How are you guys? How's everything?
How, how we doing?
Oh, well, man.
What's
Thanks for
up?
having us, man.
So
Well, we're here.
me and Rafi and Joe, we got the rodeo. Ray got the
Oh,
rodeo. Our friend Danny, he's not smoking. He's got to jump off real soon, but he'll be here with us for a couple of minutes. So what's going on, guys? It's been a long time. Yo, me in particular, I never, it was the first time when we started talking. A couple of days ago, I used to jump on a couple of live with Ray a
Right.
long time ago. Like I was saying off camera, I remember back in the middle of COVID. I remember Cigar Clowns. Man, people would go crazy on Instagram when a new drop was about to take place. I still have on my humidor. I just don't remember the names. I still have a lot of your old cigars that I just keep them for my collection. And bro, this rodeo, I just started it.
yeah,
Amazing smoke,
yeah.
amazing smoke, guys.
Yo,
Great
that
stuff.
Nice. Spice,
Yeah,
that spice on that retro. Woo!
man, it's
That
good,
thing,
bro.
that thing almost knocked me out of the chair right now, dude. This is this. Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah.
I don't know who wants to start, Joe, Ray, or Danny. Tell us a little bit more about Cigar Clowns. About the current portfolio that you guys have, because I know, like I was saying, I know that the previous ones you guys had, they're no longer in production because I think what you guys do is like limited production runs,
Yeah, so
right?
we used to do only limited production runs.
Okay.
Now we do have legacy lines. We have the Rodeo Clown right here that I'm smoking, and you guys are smoking. Is full production line. We
Okay,
also have the King of Clowns.
okay.
Um, we have the Geppetto right now as well, and we're also one of our limited runs from last year is becoming a full production line in 2025.
Nice,
That's the
nice,
Goldie Grace. Uh,
nice,
and we are doing some limited production as well because that's where our roots are. We love the micro blends.
nice.
So yeah.
Um, Tell us a little bit more about the rodeo, this specific one that we're
Mhm.
smoking, Joe.
Yeah, I could. So the Rodeo Clown is Ecuadorian Sumatra Oscuro wrapper. We got a double binder on this bad boy.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
Brazilian and Nicaraguan, and it's filled with Nicaraguan goodness as a filler.
Bro,
Yeah, it's straight.
yeah,
It's made
I
in
don't want
Nicaragua.
to. Yes, amazing
Yeah,
smoke. That's
thank you,
what I
man.
can say.
Thank you. It
Yeah,
starts off medium profile, and it's gonna
Yeah,
ramp up to your
yeah.
full flavored cigar, man. It's full nicotine, full strength, full cigar.
I mean, the pepper just slaps you in your face right away, man. Like that. That's it for the people, and we always kind of like talk about the spiciness and all of that stuff. Pepper, I love I love spicy cigar like the
yeah, me
pepper.
too.
I love that, and I think a lot of the guys that smoke with the Wolfpack, we're kind of like all with that palate, but this smacks you right in the face, and this is what we want. You know what I mean? Like this straight up, not just because you guys are on it, but this is what I want.
Uh-huh.
I want to get once I light it up, I want that pepper, and
And I
I'm
mean,
finding job with this.
and you guys know, I mean, you've been following us for a long time. Like, we're not strangers here.
Years,
This is not the
bro.
first
Years.
time
Yeah.
that we're meeting. As far
Hmm.
as as your audience is concerned, I know
Hmm.
Yossi for a hot minute. I know you for a hot minute. Um, I mean, it kind of follows our reputation, right?
Yeah.
Like, we try to find those blends where we want your sinuses and your eyes to water, kind of like get you. We want to get you all your
Yeah.
sensory kind of
Of
just woken up
course.
in that first third of the cigar, and
Yeah.
then it kind of goes on that night, that journey of those
Yeah.
transitions and those kind of earthy tones. And again, have we done different blends throughout the years? Yes. Have we built our reputation on the limited production runs and selling out and crashing websites and credit card machines?
Yeah.
Yes. And now we're into the legacy part of it. We're making legacy lines like Joe touched on earlier with the
Nice.
with the rodeo clown that we're smoking today. So we've made those progressions over the past couple of years. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we've kind of built our portfolio on. I mean, if you've never smoked a Cigar Clown cigar before, this is a definition and a culmination to what we bring to the table. This is a definition of what our line is and what we're about. This is pretty definitive as far as what our palate is and what we kind of, like I said, what we kind of bring to the table as far as what we're bringing to the market. Yes, do we do medium to full? Yes. Do we do medium? Do we do multiple? Try to do multiple transitions in cigars, but we're big on that pepper spice, not overbearing
Yeah.
at times. There are other lines that we've done that's not really overbearing or crazy, but this one is kind of like you said. We want you to open up those sensories and get
Right
get
away.
everything kind of flowing right away.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
Beautiful.
just to jump in real quick, we're working on this blend for 2 years,
Yep.
Okay.
and
This
All right.
and yeah, 2 years we're working on this blend, and it's aged for 9 months before we
nice,
brought it out of
Okay.
the aging room.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
So
I
All right.
think that the way you guys have done it,
And
I
I'm out of
think you
pizza.
guys done it the smart way, starting with the limited runs first, just
Mhm.
to bring the
Test
exposure
them
and,
out. Yeah.
bring what
Test the
people, yeah,
market. Yeah.
and then jumping into having legacy production. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, I'm saying this because I've seen many boutique brands that they're no longer in existence that they wanted to do it backwards. They wanted to do
Hmm.
Mhm.
legacy and then jump into like limited. But I think that what you guys did was smart. Was a smart move. Just doing very limited runs. They were all successful because, like I was saying, I remember back in the days, bro, going into OGT cigars and the freaking website was crashing because everybody was
Yeah.
ordering shit. And
mhm.
I had a friend in New Jersey, Peter, that I remember reaching out to him. Peter,
Peter
please,
Cruiser.
bro, whenever they drop the shit, just grab me
I
a
know
five
Peter.
pack and for the friends and everybody, bro. It was crazy shit.
Yeah.
And now you
Peter's a
guys
good
are
guy.
at a point where you can now establish regular production lines.
Yeah.
I think
That's
that
a
it's pretty
That's a
fun.
beautiful thing. And I
Yeah.
actually have a question. Whenever it goes, now that you guys have done the limited of the runs, and now that you're trying to go into like the legacy type of thing, whenever you guys are creating your blends or whatever, is it a different like tactic, like a different mindset with a
Yeah.
limited run and with a
Yeah.
thing? Like what are you looking for with a
100%.
limited run, and what are you looking for as a
So
legacy thing?
for I'll just, Danny, you don't mind, I'll take this real quick. For
No, yeah.
our legacy lines, we're looking that we have enough tobacco
Mm,
going forward. We're forecasting out for 5 years, and
okay.
further.
Okay.
Um, our limited runs, we get access to some pretty sick tobacco, man.
Yeah,
But there's not
Okay.
enough. There's enough for
exactly.
All right.
10,000, 20,000 cigars,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. And we know we're not gonna have enough it going forward.
Okay.
So
The
that's
key word for legacy is consistency.
Yeah.
What I'm
Yeah.
looking
correct.
for is to have consistency on the blends, and that's something big for for consumers that know what they're smoking. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
not offending anybody, saying some people
Hmm.
they don't know what to smoke, but what I'm saying is, for me, example, if I'm smoking this rodeo and let's say it's a legacy production, I'm looking to for the consistency. Let's say
Yeah.
I'm smoking it today, and then I'm smoking it in a month, and then the next following month, I wanna receive the same experience that I'm getting right now. I don't want to be like, oh man, this is not the same rodeo that I smoked 2 months ago, and then
Mhm.
shit starts to happen, So yeah, that's the key word, consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we started the way we did. You know, the just to get our name out there, to get, and we appreciate the feedback that you've been following us for so long, and that everything's been a banger. And that was our goal. Our catchphrase is, we're on the journey to find the perfect stick, and we're never going to find that perfect stick, but we'd love to make different sticks
Mm-hmm.
that are going to hit different areas.
Yeah.
So like
Exactly.
with the early on stuff, our other catchphrase is trust our palate.
Yep.
And I think after I think our numbers at 36 cigars made now, but after the first 32, we said, all right, I think everybody trusts our palate now. I
Yeah,
think we're there.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think we're there.
You guys might be there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was just something that we all decided on, that time to get into the legacy, especially because we're getting all this great tobacco and we're able to source enough of it for
Yeah.
a very, very, very long time.
So now
But
when you guys go into like the like into these cigar lounges and all of that you're trying to push a product, is the are they requesting, like, is this something different with the legacy like that you're trying, because it's something that you guys are kind of like gonna want to have on the shelf for a longer time. Is
correct.
kind of like that process a little bit different, whereas
Yeah,
limited
man.
run you give them a few
So,
boxes and
yeah, we're fighting for shelf space like
yeah.
everybody else, man. We're fighting
Hmm.
with the big boys. We're a
Yeah.
small fish in a big pond.
Oh
And
yeah,
we're fighting for 4 SKUs. You know,
Hmm.
yeah,
and that's it. Some places are taking two, some places are taking one, but as long as we're on that
Yeah.
shelf, that's all that
exactly,
matters.
exactly.
And we're also doing allocations now of our limited runs.
Okay. All right.
So, our shops that are good with us, we're going to be good with them for the
Yeah.
limited stuff, like our Festivus that's coming out.
Okay.
We do a Festivus release every year. If
Nice.
we're not, if it's somebody's just going to call us once a year to sell a limited run, we love you and everything, but it's not going to,
Right.
we have to give it to our shops that support
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
just that JoJo brought that up, like I want to even jump in with that. Like, you talk about like we've kind of built our name on the limited production runs. Now people put out a cigar every year. Let's call it the Joe Bots that comes out every year.
Mm,
It's the same blend every year. Maybe they tweak
Yeah.
the Vitola, whatever. We decided as a collective is, like Joe says, we have access. We've gotten the ability to have access to such good aged tobacco that we've taken that project as the Festivus and we've changed the blend every year for
Well.
those limited runs to
Okay.
be able to showcase those blends that we're working with that we can't put out 60, 70, eighty
Yeah.
thousand
no,
legacy
no,
run. We can
yeah,
showcase a really good blend that's a limited production of what we've got our hands on, and we've been able to change the blend. Now this is going on the fourth time with a different, whether it's a different Vitol with a different blend. Maybe some of the older tobaccos that we've used, we come across, we can source out that we might find in those particular blends, but we've
Okay.
consistently put out the same project every year. But that project, the cigar, has been different for every year that we've rolled it out.
Beautiful.
nice, nice.
yeah,
Yeah, and going back to the shelf space, our main focus here in our YouTube channel it's boutique brands. Um, Yesterday we had another interview with another boutique brand, and we were telling them that our main focus is boutique brands because you guys are putting double the effort when it comes to growing and hustling basically to
Hmm.
grow the brand. And like Joe said, you guys are fighting against the big boys, which is it's not a fair fight. But
Hmm.
again, I follow you guys for many years. You're still in the game. Obviously, you guys have done something good because if you're now on the level of doing your legacy productions, that means something positive. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I wanted to ask you guys. So throughout all the years that you guys been putting out cigars, you've only worked with one factory, or you guys have worked with different ones?
We we like to consider ourselves free agents, and
Okay.
Okay.
everybody
Good.
we work with, we kind of tell them the same thing.
Okay.
We're as Danny said, we're on the journey to find the perfect stick. So we work with multiple factories, multiple manufacturers,
Okay.
different farms. We have production in Nicaragua, we have production in Dominican Republic. We have
Great.
great partners who really want to help us grow and want to grow with us. So it's been a great run. And right, Danny, I can just say we're working with unbelievable people,
Nice. Nice. Is
and
this
and
from the
everybody wants to
rodeo?
help us succeed. I'm sorry.
Is the rodeo out of Nicaragua or
Out of
Dominican Republic?
Nicaragua. Out of
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. Yes, sir.
That spice to
Mhm.
definitely taste like
So,
Nicaragua, man.
yeah, man. So, we were working on this blend a long time, and it's no secret that we had a meeting with Tony Barrios of Stallone
All
Cigars,
right.
Mm,
Yeah.
and
We
okay.
we had him on. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's Tony's aces, man. Tony's
Yeah.
aces.
Yes. Yes.
We told him we're working on this, and it's just not right. He's like, send me a couple. I'll see what's going on. We sent him some cigars. We told him the percentages that we were using. He tweaked the blend, sent it back to us,
Wow.
and we decided it was lights out.
Yeah.
And we would be honored if he would manufacture it for us.
Hell
And
yeah.
Yeah, so Tony Barros. That's why it's called the Rodeo Clown.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
And
Nice,
yeah,
rodeo
because
nice.
related to the
yeah, man.
horses.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Paid
we
All
paid
homage
it
right.
to
to the
Tony. Yep.
horses. Yeah,
Hey,
Mhm.
Tony.
beautiful, man.
Oh, I
Tony.
didn't know that. After
Yeah,
the
man.
podcast, I'm gonna send them a picture of this cigar. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
like,
me,
"Oh,
yeah, me,
Yeah,
me too.
I
Yeah,
just had
cause
this."
yeah,
yeah, man.
that's
So
awesome,
we
man.
actually we released the cigar that we gave to Tony when we were working on it. We released it as a limited drop in OGT to get feedback.
Wow.
It just wasn't there. It was a great cigar. It just wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, that's he's a master blender,
No,
you
he
know,
Yeah.
is. He is.
and
He's
that's
a
it.
very
It's just
knowledgeable guy.
just a percentage. He put a double binder on it, and then just
There you go.
there you go.
Yeah.
We cannot keep him on shelves.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
So
awesome.
we forecasted our projections. Within the first month, we sold through our year's worth of like our first year's projections.
Sheesh.
We made enough cigars because of the aging process that we thought we would have to hold on to cigars longer and longer. But we're already through. We have cigars in production now that are
Okay.
aging. We're gonna hit a plateau where we're gonna be out of stock for a little bit,
Wow. Wow.
and we're trying
Okay.
not to because we have them coming in every 3 months,
Okay.
but we just can't keep them in inventory. We can't keep them in
Wow.
inventory.
So are you guys are you guys like doing like those cut and light events, or is it
Yeah,
kind of like just more? Where are you
yeah.
guys mostly doing it? Like in the Northeast, or you guys are kind of like trying to hit up all four corners?
We're focused on the East Coast right now.
Okay.
We're as far as Ohio. We have a couple
Okay.
shops further out, but it's hard to get to.
Okay.
We do have a new sales team that's working with us. We have an event this weekend in Pittsburgh. If anybody's out there and we
Oh
want to
man.
say hello,
All
got some
right.
great swag over there. The Carolinas have been very good to us.
Okay.
Florida's turning out to be a very good market for us.
Okay.
So we're
The
we're
Commonwealth of Virginia, the
the
Commonwealth of
Commonwealth.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yep.
we're traveling. Ray, Dan, and Danny are going to Virginia in November to do a cut and light.
All right.
So we're traveling, man.
And
We're like traveling
that's a big
salesmen.
market down there in the down south. That's a big market down there. The
Yeah,
Yep.
Carolinas, and when you get to the Alabama, you get all of those things there. And
yeah,
there's a lot of Atlanta.
yeah,
That's a big market. That if you could tap into that, man, that's
yeah. We're
it's
just
up from
breaking into
there, man.
Tennessee right now. So
That's
we're
beautiful.
we're growing at like a gazelle pace, man.
All
Which
right.
is it's a lot
Are
of
you
work, a lot of
are you
headaches.
guys in Texas yet?
We have one shop in Texas, yeah, and we just have a
And
new
then a new
sales
sales.
member. Yeah, we got a new sales member now that's gonna be working Texas pretty hard for us.
I know there's a
Nice.
lounge right near, not too far from me. I forgot the name of it. I think it's a like Caravan. I think they actually carry your sticks now.
Caravan's been
Yeah,
a
Caravan. Yeah, that's not too
original.
far from us. Yep.
Yeah, he had the greenie. He had one of our original.
The greeny, bro.
Yeah, man, that greenie, that greenie. That
That's
cigar's
crazy.
that's a legend.
Look at
That
this thing,
cigar.
man. Look at this thing. This thing is burning
Oh
beautifully,
No,
yeah.
let
bro.
me tell you,
Oh yeah.
bro. I don't like to I don't like to curse or anything like that,
Yeah.
especially when you
We're all
Yo,
adults here.
this thing is
yeah.
fucking good, bro.
And listen, just to
Appreciate
give you
that.
guys a little just to give you a little thing, the company that we were interviewing yesterday, they actually gave you guys a little shout out. They said that they because the question came up, about smoking other brands, and they actually mentioned you. They said that they smoked your stick and they loved it.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
so they
awesome.
Yeah.
actually gave you they gave you guys a shout out. So
Oh
you were
man.
actually the only company I think that they did shout out.
yeah.
So
Really?
yeah, so
That's
definitely
awesome.
yeah. So you'll know which one it is. That video is gonna drop next on our channel. But yeah,
I
man,
like.
I love it. I've seen, dude, for like the past, oh my god, yeah, like 2 years is always cigar clown, cigar clown, cigar clown. I'm like, dude, every time I've tried to go in and get anything, it's like sold out, sold out.
Hmm.
I'm like, yo, how the hell can I get my hands on these things? But I'm glad that you guys are making some smokes that now they're gonna be on the shelf for a longer period of time that people can actually, get their hands on it. Cause, dude, I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Whoever hasn't tried a cigar clown, definitely gotta try it.
100%, bro.
Well,
100%.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
I'll
Of
I'll
course,
tell you
man.
something funny is like when we made a lot of those limited drops, I'd be up for a week saying, "Man, we're gonna be stuck with all these cigars. Nobody's gonna like them." Did we make too many? It
Yeah,
was just always, it was always, I always worry about things like that. And,
yeah,
now,
Just to
with
touch on
box
that, not to cut off
production.
Joe, but
Yeah.
just to touch on
yeah.
that, Joe. We would have our Monday morning quarterback. Joe would call me first thing in the morning. We would drop a cigar on a Friday because Friday was usually our day to drop sticks.
Okay.
When we were doing the limited runs, we were first starting out because, yo, man, we got all these cigars. I don't know if we're gonna sell them, and like
Yeah.
I had to be like the consigliere. I had to like,
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah,
now we're
yeah,
gonna be good. We're just positive. We're gonna be all right,
yeah.
man. We're good. We're good. We're good. And it
Okay.
just when he brought that up, it just brings back memories from like where
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
man.
man.
come up to like now. It's just
But
so
that's a
it's
but
so
that's a
funny.
good thing because it
Yeah.
allows you to like you're reaping the benefits now, man. Like you're
Hmm.
seeing that hard work goes into fruition, and now you guys. And your issue before was like, damn, I think we're gonna have all these cigars. To now, yo, we might not even have
We
enough to
have
go through
enough.
the year. So,
Exactly.
Right.
dude,
Yeah.
that's a. I think in I think that's a good problem to have. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good turnaround, man. So
I'm gonna
Uh,
say
congratulations,
like,
guys.
yeah, man. It's even like Joe said, like for us, it's humbling in a way. It's scary at one point, and on the other side of it's like a catch-22. It's like, oh
Yeah,
shit, like we went through a year's worth of projections for the year in a couple of weeks or a month, and it's like, oh shit, like now we got to get on the ball to get things roll. Like that,
yeah,
those are good problems to have. Those are problems you
hell
want to have
yeah,
as a brand, right?
Exactly.
Instead of
yeah.
worrying about how long the thing is going to take to sell potentially, or how
Hmm.
do we buy too many? Are we not reaching enough customers? Are we not putting out enough social media stuff?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, and my partner's can attest to this. I feel like all the shit that we went through to get to where we're at now was the motivation tool for us
Of
to get to
course.
where we are now,
Of course.
and it was a big push for us. And
Yeah.
we have gained so many friends and mentors and
That's awesome.
connections in the industry because of those past transgressions. And I mean, it's just like you kind of think like, oh, you're gonna like you guys touched on earlier, a lot of these boutique brands started up during COVID, or were trying to do
Hmm.
these legacy lines and regional things and all this other stuff, and you don't even hear boohoo from anyone. It's like,
No.
I'm going to do it for a hobby, and I think I'm going to be in the cigar industry, and it don't work that way. We made a commitment to ourselves that when we sat down back in 2020 during COVID, that we were actually going to go full scale with this, and get our
Beautiful.
our logo trademarked and our name trademarked, and
Yep.
go through the whole process that we were going to stick to it all the way to the end. And we've been through hurdles like everybody else done. We've been through ups and downs, slips and falls, tears, laughs,
Yeah.
smiles all the way through. And you know what? It's like I said, it's a motivational tool for us to wear right now. So like the problems that we have now are good problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
yeah.
And you guys haven't even done like any of like the shows, right? Like the PCAs or nothing like that, right? So and
Uh,
that's
Mm.
that was gonna actually lead me to the next one because a lot of the people that we bring on to the show, their biggest thing is like, dude, we can't invest that type of money in these PCA shows. And it's like, some of these people are trying to look for avenues to push their product where you guys don't even need that. Like you guys don't even need to make that investment into the PCA because Yosli touched up on this yesterday, man. These dude, these legacy brands are dropping money on these events. So
Yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get lost in that crowd, even if you do try to set up a $20,000-$30,000 booth or whatever it is, the going price. I don't even know what the going price now is, but you're gonna get lost in that. So for you guys to be doing what you're doing without needing that thing, dude, that's a blessing, man. Definitely congratulate you guys, bro.
it's
Thank you.
we're
Hell
really
Appreciate
yeah.
that.
focusing on organic growth, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Doing a show like PCA, yeah, it puts you on another level. But like I guess a lot of other boutique
Mm.
brands, it's a huge investment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you get a guy that comes to you with 150 shops and he's like, "Yep, here's my opening order."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then what do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Mhm.
can't deliver on that, it's not.
Exactly.
You that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
We took on a very big client recently, and where we're able that we have the supply. We have to have enough supply because they don't order 1, 2 boxes.
Hmm.
It's hundreds of boxes. So, and it's a big commitment, man. And as we're growing, the commitment level gets bigger and bigger because our money's tied up in
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
country that at any point there could be something with the government, and then
Mm-hmm.
we
Exactly.
SOL. You know what I mean? It is what
Yeah.
it is, and we're
Yeah.
just aging money. That's all we're doing right now. All
Exactly.
money's
Yeah.
there, so it's rough, man. It's rough, and Danny will tell you what the box is. We could now have a bigger facility now just to store.
Okay.
It's just like storage
Yeah.
becomes a problem, and
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
importing, and Danny deals with all the fun stuff, man. Danny deals with the taxes, the
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
inventory.
yeah. That's all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah,
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 exactly.
making sure everything is, you know. I have no problem being on the phone with somebody or going to a shop, making a deal, and calling Danny like, "Hey, Danny,
Yeah.
get this done," But
No, and I
Joe,
like
you got
that.
to fill out the form like everybody else.
Yeah.
Fill out that
Yeah.
form. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
And
right,
I
yeah,
like
fine.
the fact, that
Yeah,
it's a team, bro. Like you could
yeah,
see
man.
the like
Exactly.
the just being on this, like just seeing you three, like it just looks genuine, man. You know what I mean? It looks genuine. It doesn't feel like if it's like, oh yeah, we saying like, I don't know, man. Just that bond, bro. Just looks genuine, man. So again,
These are my
bro,
yeah.
brothers.
We're
hats off to
we're
you
These are
guys, man.
we're
I mean, you
family
got to
first,
look.
man.
Yeah, you got to look at it in this perspective. I know Joe for almost 30 years, growing up in the
Wow.
same neighborhood together.
hmm
I
Okay.
know. I know. I tell everybody as the running joke still that I won Danny in my divorce because he's friends with the other side. Actually,
Oh,
All
my
right.
ex-wife's brother's best friend. I said I
Wow.
won him in the divorce. So
yeah.
Okay.
and again, we developed our own friendship and our own
Yeah, man.
relationship. So again, and he
Awesome.
was, you know, and I got I know Danny for almost 25 years now at this point.
Nice.
So it's like Joe said, it's a brother. I just kind of touch on what you guys were talking about with the PCA thing. It's like we went from growing up in New York, Danny in Staten Island, me and Joe out of Brooklyn, and it's like
Okay.
we were able to have two educations in life, one from the street and one
Mm-hmm.
from school, right? And we were able to implement that into our business, like selling cigars out of our trunk and making a Facebook
Yeah.
page and a group and a HERF group to
Yeah.
becoming a full scale boutique brand and to where we're at now. So like we took both of those educations that we all three of us have received in life and kind of implemented it into the hustle of what we do on a day in and day out basis. Like I said, Danny handles a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So to get him out on an interview, you guys should be honored because he never
Oh
usually
man,
comes on
Yeah,
interviews.
honored,
Danny,
So
honored.
it should be me
appreciate
and
you,
Joe.
man. Yeah.
And
Oh man, appreciate that.
unfortunately, I can't even stay for the whole one. But
Yeah.
I
But
definitely
you made the
appreciate
appearance. You made the
everything
appearance.
you guys are doing for us, and thanks for the interview. Like I
Of
mentioned before,
course.
I gotta go grab my wife.
Yeah,
So
man.
All
Go
right,
ahead, go
brother.
do what you got to do,
801,
man.
Danny. Time
Sounds
to
good,
go.
bro.
dang, yeah.
That's it.
I listen.
That's it.
I know this interview is gonna be in great hands with these two. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate
My
that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
we got it, Dan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Have a great night.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, brother. Yeah. So nah. Yeah. Going back to the PCA, like we were saying yesterday, um, and I'm gonna repeat it tonight. If you guys don't have the need to,
Mhm.
don't do it
Nah.
because at the end of the day, bro. And again, I don't want anybody that is gonna listen to this podcast thinking that we have anything against legacy brand. We don't because we smoke legacy brands. But
We all do.
obviously,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Mhm.
obviously, everybody that goes to PCA is just for the legacy brands, and these people are dropping mad money on their booths and shit like that. And every time I hear stories about the PCA with the boutique side, it's just horrible shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and that's why I think you guys are smart because you haven't invested that amount of money in something that is probably not going to give you any return, and that's what's happening to other boutique brands that now they're
Yes.
struggling to survive because they're dropping all these thousands of dollars in a show that is really not gonna. And like Joe said, what about if you get a client that has so many shops? How are you gonna
Can't meet the
um
demand.
yeah,
Mhm.
keep up the demand and shit like that? It's gonna bring a bad rep, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
again, man, I have to go
Dude,
back.
this cigar, yo, you just talked about it, and I was looking at the cigar. I'm like, dude, this shit is good.
Mhm.
I saw your face, Yosley, and I was like, yo, dude, I was just looking at the
Oh,
cigar, man. Dude, this cigar is amazing. I don't know.
Thank
There's
you,
Appreciate it.
guys.
really no words for it, bro. Like, I'm serious. Like, there's no words for it, man. But
Thank you, man.
so what? One question, like, if you guys, and I've asked this plenty of times to different people, and I know Ray kind of like touched up on it because he was saying that he actually he's glad that he went through like those negative times and all of that. If you guys could start it all over again, what would you guys do differently, knowing what you know now?
Yeah, I'll take this. We would find somebody with a couple $1 million in the bank to drop down. Yeah,
Offshore
because
accounts.
yeah, because this account, and I'm going to tell you right now, a
All
couple of
right.
years ago, I had a great conversation with Robert Codwell, who great
Okay.
guy. I
Yeah.
still text
All
him.
right.
He's a great guy. He
Yeah, Bobby's
said,
good people.
"Yeah, man." He was like, what people don't understand about the cigar industry is you need money because you
Yeah.
Yeah,
need to sit on money.
Yep.
It's not
Hmm.
just
exactly.
you're not just buying a trinket, and this is a natural product. You got to get it from the field. It has to be aged, has to be
Mm-hmm.
rolled, then aged again. So you're just sitting on money, and a lot of the times, man, your sales might be great, but it's going into the next
Yes.
Exactly.
project. Yeah, so
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're tying up your money a long time. So if
Mm-hmm.
we were to start over, I would say like we need like Daddy Warbucks. Just
Yeah.
like keep on writing those checks, and we'll be a huge brand.
No,
You
you're
know,
you're you're absolutely right. I
yeah,
mean, I there was a person that gave me some cigars to try out, something that he wanted, a project that he was working on, and I was unfortunate. I was, I told him that I was brutally honest. I said these cigars are not ready for the market. They're just not. They're not ready. They were very just sour and like they were just not ready for the
they
market.
didn't
So
they didn't
you're
marry long
absolutely
enough.
right. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
yeah,
I mean, you can't rush this process. This
you
is
can't.
stuff is handmade. Like you cannot rush it, and it's like what you said, the money is gonna be sitting, it's gonna be
Yeah,
tied up, and
yeah.
you're just gonna have to wait. It's a waiting game.
And
But
then and
a lot of people, consumers, they don't understand the work that goes behind this, and I hate to say this, but it's not that we got to teach people. We're not experts. We learn every day,
mhm,
but it's our job to try to share whatever knowledge we have and explain to people that to come first of all to come up with a good blend. It takes time. It's not just, oh, I want this. I want a cigar that gives me this and that, and that's it. Yeah, there's your blend. It doesn't work like
mhm,
that. Like you said, Joe, you guys been working on this blend for a long time,
long time.
uh,
Yeah.
and it's a
It
fucking good
shows.
blend.
It
Yes,
shows. Yeah,
it
it
is.
I,
shows.
I will tell you guys another story about the industry, right? We're a small industry with titans and everything. We had a cigar, a limited run cigar, coming out, and for whatever reason, the paperwork from Nicaragua when it hit the Americas, the paperwork wasn't right, so customs would not release the cigar. So we had to
Wow.
refile the paperwork, and it wasn't right, and we had the manufacturer refile the paperwork, but it's all in Spanish, so it has to be in English. It wasn't right,
Wow.
so they moved the cigars from Miami to a secured facility in Kentucky, right?
Wow.
As we're trying now, this is going on a week now, and we're trying. We're working with UPS, we're working with everybody we know of. We get a letter from the government, an email that they're going to destroy the cigars within
Holy shit.
72
Wow.
hours.
Oh
Right?
man.
This is all our money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is like, I don't know what to do. I pick up the phone and I call. You guys know Ish,
Yes.
fish.
the
Yeah,
AMF
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
cigars.
Yep.
yeah.
I
Yep.
call Ish. I'm like, Ish, yo, I'm in a bind. This is what's going on. He's like, no problem, brother. I'm gonna help you out. Within 2 hours, Ray. Within 2 hours, the cigars were released
Wow.
Are you
on their
serious?
way to his facility for him to
Wow.
ship them to us.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
He don't
Well,
he
shout
didn't
out to
owe me
Ish.
anything. He's a
Yeah.
gentleman of gentlemen because he knew
Wow.
it would have put us out of business.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Just a true gentleman,
All
man.
goes
So
back to what I said earlier about having friends in the industry
Yep.
and being and
yeah,
having
Yeah.
respect
Yep.
for others and stuff like that. And when you call on your comrades to help, they they
Mm-hmm.
they
mhm,
they come. And we did the same thing. We would do the same thing for anybody else.
You're
The
right.
thing, the thing, the thing, Ray, is that you never know who's gonna be able to give you a hand. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
that's right.
And that's why it's
That's right.
important, like you said, to have good connections, good friends,
Hmm.
and someone that you might have to knock on their door and be like, bro, I need your
That's
help.
right.
And there you go,
Yeah.
2 hours
So,
later.
and we,
You know
we
what?
pay it forward, man.
We
We
didn't.
pay
He
it
didn't
forward.
owe us anything. He didn't owe us
Yeah.
anything. It's just the relationship that we've built with him over the past couple of years,
Yeah.
and knowing him,
Yeah.
and having
Yeah.
conversations with him, and sitting on herfs with him, and everything else. You're gonna be like, all right, well, I could try to help
Exactly.
you, but I have to
Yeah.
see what I can
Yeah.
do. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah.
no. That's you know what. As much as there's drama in the industry, as you both
Oh,
know, on
oh yeah,
Yeah,
every
definitely.
aspect
Of
of it,
course. Yep.
of
and you
course.
guys know, especially Yossi knows the
Yeah.
drama that
Yeah.
goes into the cigar industry because it's kind of like high school a lot of times.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good behind it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of people don't understand the work, the dedication, the stress that goes into doing this on a day in and day out basis, on top of working regular full-time
Yeah.
jobs and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I mean, we're working on the business as we're going, Joe's doing what he's doing during the day, and
Yep.
he's sending emails, or he's on the phone, or he's calling me, Ray, could you take care of this for me? I'm a little busy. Or me, vice versa. Hey, Joe, I did this. Could you check this out for me and get this back to me? So it's a constant thing. If you don't have
Yeah.
that dedication and that motivation to do that, you're in the wrong business, and it's never going to take off. You want to make little cigars for your group of friends and kind of hang out and smoke on Instagram, or sit on Zoom and hang out with
Yeah.
your, or in a lounge, then and you want to just buy cigars, okay, cool. But to
Hmm.
actually be able to do this on a day, it's
Yeah.
dedication at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of times that we go through stressful moments. Joe will tell you, we go through
Yeah.
stressful moments. Thinking that's a perfect example of it. Of like, we're sitting here like, we might be out on a couple of
Yeah.
$1,000, and we can
Yeah.
afford to be out a couple of $1,000. What are
Yeah.
we gonna do? So, I mean, again, that just kind of shows you like the good stories behind a lot of the things we
Hmm.
do. With all the regulations that we deal with and all the bullshit that we deal with,
Hmm.
through the government and everything else, and even through social media, Instagram lives were flourishing 2 or 3 years ago. Every
Yeah.
Yes.
time I would log onto
Yes.
Yep.
Instagram, there was
Yes.
I couldn't scroll far enough to get
Yeah.
past to where every lives are at, and now
Yeah.
they're down
Yeah.
to basically nothing. They're regulating
Hmm.
everyone.
Yep.
Why
Yeah.
they
Everybody.
hate the cigar industry so much? Listen, don't get me started. I can sit here for an
Yeah.
hour and a
Yeah.
half
I
talking
know. I
about
know.
this
No,
I
shit.
no.
know.
It bothers me because it's like, I'll touch on it briefly. This part of the trade in this country, when it started in its infancy, was tobacco. During the
Hmm.
Mhm.
Civil War, they were trading tobacco out of the South
Yep.
into the North, and like it's been a part of it. Pennsylvania,
Yes.
Virginia, like it's part
Hmm.
of our
Connecticut.
nation's history. And
Yeah.
then because you want to group us into all these other, like, cigarettes and weed and
Yeah.
everything else,
Yeah.
it's a natural product, and they won't leave us alone for some strange.
Hmm.
We got to fight the Cigar Rights of America has to fight in the Senate every
Yep.
year to not get regulated, and the taxes and everything else. But you know what? At the end of the day, we take all that negative shit and we
Yeah.
make it a positive.
Yep.
Yep.
That's how you got to do it.
No, I agree with
Beautiful.
Ray. I feel the same way. As a matter of fact, the other day I was doing a live on Instagram, and I got pissed because our live was shut down, and I know Instagram is not like I'm a superstar or anything. I just went off. I started cursing and shit at Instagram because, bro, why the big campaign against the tobacco industry? This
Hmm.
shit doesn't change your mood. You know, it's not like alcohol that you drink and you get in a different state of mind. You know what I'm saying? And you could do
Hmm.
something
Hmm.
crazy. This thing is not this. You sit down, relax, smoke, talk like what we're doing now. It's a lifestyle. You
Hmm.
Right.
know, yeah. Some people
Hmm.
might be, oh, that's a habit, a hobby, whatever the fuck it is, but it's not. It's a lifestyle. This is part of my life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Hmm.
Yeah, man. And there's
saying?
nothing better than going into a lounge, sitting down, and striking up a conversation with
Yes.
somebody
Yep.
you would never talk to if you walked by in the street.
Yep.
But you have the love of the leaf. You have this product in your hand, and you could just sit there and talk to anybody and learn somebody's life story. And you might be the person that's sitting down at that shop that day that gives that person one more day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You never
Yep.
know. You never know who you're
Facts.
gonna run into life.
100%. hundred
Yeah,
percent.
man.
Agree with you
So
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
man.
That happens all the time. I mean, even me. I'm my parents born in the Dominican Republic. That's where we're from, and that's all I used to smoke. Dominican cigars. That's all I pretty much. My father smoked Dominican cigars. When I actually met Yosley a few years ago, he was the one that introduced me to Nicaraguan. I always give him his flowers with that. He was the one that introduced me and like kind of like showed me other
Broadened your
avenues of
palate.
cigars.
That's
Yeah,
it.
like, oh, I'm gonna be honest with you, and not because he's here, but he was the one that assisted me with my palate, with just broadening my palate. And now he could tell you I rarely smoke Dominican cigars. Like all of the cigars that I smoke are mostly Nicaraguan cigars. And again, it was just that was what attracted me. So you're right, man. It's just like, dude, just light up, man. Just let it go. Conversations, man, and it'll take you to wherever you need to go to, man. You just gotta avoid all the negativity and just kind
Yeah,
of like stay on that narrow path and just keep going, man. But
But look,
definitely, man.
at the end of the day, like you guys took the negative into a positive too, right? Like
Yeah,
I know you also from doing the Instagrams and hanging out, and that's where everything kind of started and building relationships. And look at you guys now. You got a club, you're doing a YouTube channel, you're doing
yeah,
interviews, you got
man.
cigars. And
Yeah,
again, I feel like I'm like you guys say with us. Like I feel like I've watched you guys grow over the past couple of years. Like we've
yeah,
seen other
Mhm.
reviewers, like Danny from 505 Cigar
yeah,
Review.
definitely.
All these
Yep.
guys, we all kind of came up together. Yeah, we're a
Yeah,
exactly.
brand, different entity, but still, it's
yeah,
it's still in the same family as far as the
yep,
love of the leaf is concerned. And watching everybody be able to
yeah,
grow to get success and where you guys are at now, you guys should be fucking damn proud of what you guys have
yeah,
done.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro. Hell yeah, man.
And now we could say we're part of your family, man, because our
Definitely,
cigars are
man.
gonna be in the shop. Let's
But I
go,
mean,
Yeah,
it's like
let's
There you go.
go.
There
humble
you go.
beginnings until
That's
now.
it.
There you go, man.
It's
damn, you
awesome.
stole my thunder,
Mhm.
bro. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
bro. There you
that.
go. Hey,
Yeah,
just
no,
kind of, just kind of like going
Sorry.
with the cigars. My question, because you guys got how many cigars if like from start to finish, how many cigars do you guys like created? How many? What's the number up to?
36.
Out of
36.
all of those old limited runs, are there any that you kind of like that like stick out in your mind? Like, are there
Yeah.
any that kind of
Yeah,
like
Yep.
you
Joe, are there
wish
any
you
that
could?
stick out to you, Joe?
Yeah, man. The AVB,
oh
the
yeah,
AVB,
remember that
that
one.
was a Halloween drop a couple years
Okay,
ago. The Crinkles to me is
What,
like one
I
of our
remember
best.
the one that you guys did. It was a female clown, the
The
payasa.
The
Baeza.
Payasa,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
still have
So
one, bro.
we're working on bringing some of those old blends back.
Oh,
yeah,
You know,
nice.
we're
okay,
working on it, and
nice,
we're seeing what we can do. We just started the process, probably for 2026.
okay,
You know, maybe like a some type of series, like a throwback series or something like
okay.
that. But we're
That's
working on
awesome.
it now.
Mm.
Yeah, we're
Hell
working
yeah.
on it
Now,
now.
is there a cigar like a wrapper or a tobacco out there that you guys want to work with that you haven't yet? Like, is there a? I know that I'm trying to go into like your
No, it's
minds
fun.
right now, man. I don't want you guys blowing
Yeah,
up
man.
anything, but is
No,
there
no, no, no.
anything
This
that
is
you
Joe's
guys
favorite thing to
haven't?
talk about. You can't
Yeah,
look. You see
Is
the
man.
smile on
is
his face.
Yeah, I
because
love this shit. I
because
love this shit.
yesterday
Sorry,
one
I'm
of the
not cursing.
conversations that came up
Hmm.
yesterday was like I remember the fad when the Mexican San Andreas came out. Everybody
Hmm.
was making one of those,
Hmm.
kind of like the Cameroons, like
Hmm.
all of
Hmm.
that. Is there anything out there that you guys haven't really touched on that you kind of like want to explore with any future releases?
Yeah, man. So I really want to get into. Been trying to get into the Costa Rican tobacco,
Okay, all right.
and I'm Brazilian Matafina, man.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
all
I
right.
love Brazilian
Yeah,
Matafina. It's
yeah,
yeah,
just it's just delicate palates. You
yeah,
know what I mean? You got
yes.
to be delicate
yeah.
with it. So we've been working on something.
Mm,
You know, not there yet, but it'll be there.
that's
Yeah,
beautiful,
And
man.
you said Cameroon.
yeah.
Cameroon's an all time favorite. It's just
Yeah.
so expensive.
Expensive. Yeah, super
It's so
expensive.
expensive, man.
Yeah,
So
and that's the
expensive.
thing that a lot of people, they come to me and they're like, "Shit, man, the prices on cigars, the prices on cigars." We gotta understand
Tobacco's expensive.
the worldwide inflation that we got going on. We gotta understand that the product itself, the tobacco itself, the price
Yeah.
have gone up in
Yeah.
Nicaragua. I don't know much about the Dominican market. My thing is Nicaragua, and I know that the prices are extremely high. So um,
Hmm.
brands they gotta raise up the prices on their cigars. But let me tell you
Mm.
something. A cigar like this one, even though you guys are a boutique brand, a cigar like this, I wouldn't mind to pay. I know you guys are
Mhm.
not going to sell these for 20, 25, $30 a stick, but
We can
I
if
would,
you want to. You want to buy them at that price
Yeah.
or something to for that price.
but like I was saying, like I don't mind to pay the price tag because this is a really good cigar, brother. And that's
Yeah,
that's what our focus in trying to change people's mentality to let them know that there's not only the legacy world, there's
That's right.
also the boutique world, which is huge, and a lot of people don't
Mhm.
understand. It's huge, and bro, I mean,
Yeah, man, the boutique world in cigars is unbelievable right now
mhm,
because there's so many great people out there, so many great palettes, so much great tobacco out there.
yeah,
And you could really I smoke a lot of different boutiques.
Okay.
I go every time I see something new, I'm gonna grab it, and I
of
like to
course.
see what people are thinking. And it's just when you start to smoke the cigar and you start to get into, oh, I see why they're doing that. Oh, I like that. I like that transition. I can feel where they're going with this. It's nice, man. Like you said, you don't need to spend $40 on a cigar to get a great cigar
Yeah,
nowadays.
exactly,
You,
100%,
yeah,
brother.
man.
And that's what people don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
there's always people that they just smoke bands, brands,
Hmm.
Mhm.
names. You know what I
Correct.
mean? They're not really
Correct.
focused on this without
Right.
a band. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And
That's right.
and bro, I mean, I get it. If you have money, you want to spend it like that, go ahead. But me personally, I look for something that I really enjoy. I don't care if it's whatever name it is on the band. You know what I'm saying? But um, yeah, no, I agree.
Are, are there any vitolas that you guys haven't really like worked with a lot that you kind of like trying to? I know Lanceros, like
We
little,
did
like, are there
Lanceros.
anything
Yeah.
out there that you
Yeah.
kind of
But
like
we we
Yeah.
wanted?
just we we just did a Lancero project. It was a Lancero and Corona Gorda
Okay.
project. Was the Goldie Grace, very successful.
Okay.
We partnered with another boutique brand, the Sheffield Collection. Love their cigars, man.
Okay.
Um, that cigar is going to become a part of our core line, the
Oh,
Goldie
nice.
Grace.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
so it went out. We raised a lot of money for a good cause.
Nice.
We got great feedback on the cigar. It started as a Lancero project,
Okay.
but we brought it to a Corona Gorda size to
Okay.
help it in the market because there's not too many people that smoke Lanceros, and I love
Yeah,
Lanceros. We did three
yeah.
Lanceros so far, and we love
Mhm.
them. Um, we haven't really gotten into the big ring gauges. We did do a 6x60, 6.5 by 60. It was a limited run.
I was about to
We
Seven by
say
did
16,
a 7x60.
that.
Sorry, 7x60.
7 by 60, and a 6 by 60.
Yeah, well, 6x58, wasn't it?
What
Six by
the
50,
5150?
5150. Yeah,
5150
58.
was 6 by 58.
Yeah, 58. So we have really the big rings
Okay.
for us is not our
Okay.
wheelhouse.
All right.
I would love to do, like a pyramid, like
All
like
right.
the full pyramid, like the old.
Salomon.
The
Yeah,
Salomon.
not the
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
Salomon, not the Salomon. Like remember Heisenberg? You remember the Heisenberg cigar? I'm going back like 2012. They did a pyramid shaped cigar.
Wow.
I could pull one out. I'll send you a picture tomorrow so you guys know what it is, and you could post it maybe in the video and show
yeah.
Joe's like bam, you know, um, just
Like the
something
cigar
different.
here. Just point somewhere
Yeah,
on your screen, and I'll put
Yeah.
it right
yeah,
there. Right there.
The things
but
that there's be told us that they're hard to make,
Mhm.
and like the Lancero, and this is a question that we had yesterday too. Not everybody knows how to do a good Lancero. A Lancero
Mhm.
for me is either is either good or bad. When you hit up a good Lancero, that's it. But there's be told us that I know that a lot of brands I don't get into because they're difficult. They're difficult, and sometimes you think it's gonna come up in a way, and because believe it or not, a lot of people they don't understand that you could have, let's say we have this blend, right? And let's say this is a Toro, and you do it in a Robusto, you do it in a Corona, you do it in a Gordo.
uh-huh,
Even though it's the same blend, it's different when you smoke.
uh-huh,
You're not gonna get the same strength out of a Robusto that is a
Right.
short packed that in a Gordo. You know what I'm saying? And like those type of vitolas, like the pyramid or whatever it's called, the Salomon, whatever it is, double perfecto, whatever it is. Those are hard vitolas. I know you guys had box press
Mhm.
cigars. I love box
Mhm.
press. Um, and I think there's a big market for people that smoke box press. Now I'm wondering, this one in a box
Mm.
press, what it could do.
It's possible.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
listen. At the end of the day, like when we were when this first came out, when like Joe's circling back around to when we tested the market with the actual blend that we were working with, the original size was a 6 by 50. Not that it
Mm,
was bad; it was good. But obviously, then when we were working with Tony, he sent
yeah.
us different sizes of this
yeah.
blend, and
So,
all the way from 52 all the way up to 60, and we
Hmm.
kind of we kept going back to the 54 and kept going back to the 54, and like the 54 it feels like this is a fitting for this blend where it kind of showcases every aspect of the blend, from the double binder to the wrapper to the filler, where 58 was a little bit too much filler, where
Hmm.
52 was a little, it didn't have enough filler, it didn't have enough kick to it. And so again, it's kind of touching on what you're saying, like those different vitolas change the dynamic of it. Like if you're working with a Lancero, like we've done 3 Lancero so far, if that wrapper on that Lancero is not lights out, it's not going to be a good cigar.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
the showcasing of the Lancero size is to showcase the
Hmm.
wrapper. So if the
Yes.
wrapper is not at par or on
Hmm.
top of the top of the game, it ain't going to be a good. It's not going to
Yeah,
be good. It's going to be it could be medium. It could be it could the burn could be bad. The tobacco could be what it all kind of fall into where it needs to fall into at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, listen, could this at a 54 box press be lights out? It could be. It absolutely could be. You're not going to know until we say, hey, let's try it in this, or let's do this, or do we keep it the
And
same, or do we change it? And that's the fun part about the business. Is we have the capability to just do whatever
yeah,
we want with the blend and
yep,
see where it goes and see how it ages. Because this cigar, 6 months from now could be 10 times better than what it was.
yeah,
yeah.
mhm.
yeah,
You're
and
right.
the King of Clowns we had as a torpedo, same Vitola,
Okay.
and we changed it. We got a lot of feedback to change it to just a regular was it a 6 by 50
52.
right 6 by 52, same ring gauge, but just
Okay.
make it a regular Toro,
Okay.
because I guess people don't know how to um, cut torpedoes.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of feedback from shops,
Yeah.
and it's all good.
Yeah.
We're a
Yeah. Yeah.
small
Of
brand. We're gonna
course.
we're gonna we're gonna take the feedback, and
Yeah. Of
we're gonna
course.
produce what
Of
what our
course.
customers want.
Yeah. Of
You know.
course. That's awesome, man.
A
Yeah.
lot of
Nah,
people
I agree with
don't
you
know.
100% with that. Not everybody knows how to cut a torpedo, I
Yeah.
guess.
I tell
Yeah,
people the
man.
So,
King's cut on it. People are like,
so I
"What's a
wanted to
King's
ask
cut?"
you guys. So, for
Yeah.
example, this one, the rodeo, it only comes in this Vitola, right?
Right
Mhm.
now, it's only coming in that Vitola. Next year, we should be introducing another Vitola to it.
Nice.
You
This
And
know.
that's another thing. That's
I
another thing
love
that I
it.
wanted to mention here. The way you guys are doing things, you guys are not going crazy,
Yeah.
bringing 5, 6 different Vitolas per blend. You're focusing
Mhm.
on one Vitola per blend, and then depends on the feedback. Then, like you said,
Correct.
oh, next year we might bring another Vitola. Not I'm bringing 2, 3, 4 Vitolas. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So
Yeah.
I think that's another smart move. um, and a lot of people, whoever watches us, if there's a brand watching us, just this just ideas of it can help out people probably wanting to do a brand or something like that. Because I get a lot of people asking me stuff and about and opinions and shit like that. I'm not a brand. Just run a club, and now recently the online store. But I have a little bit of knowledge, talking to people. But I think it's a smart move.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
What you guys are doing, what you have done, and what's coming.
Thank you,
Are
man.
are you are you guys getting any like requests like from people that want to start up like their own brands, like maybe getting you
Yeah.
guys to do it, and are you guys even interested in that? Like, is that something that you're even interested in doing, or is it right now like, you know what, we're focusing on cigar clowns. We don't really want to do anything with anybody right now. Like we're doing us.
We're we're paying it forward, man. So we just had
Oh,
a very
beautiful, man.
successful project with the Sheffield collection.
Okay.
Um, we're
Oh,
we're we're working on another project right now with a very very small company. We made a cigar for them to be coming out soon.
Nice.
it's gonna be one of those limited drop type of
Yeah.
cigars. But they're
Yeah.
a small company, great guys.
All right.
They're veterans, so
Nice.
and knowing them from herfing with them. I think he's part of the
Hmm.
Wolfpack. The guy Doc Holden. I think he's
Oh
part of
yeah,
the
yeah,
Wolfpack.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's his cigar company called Double Tap Cigars.
Okay.
So that'll be coming out soon. So yeah, man, we're definitely we're interested in working with other
That's
people,
awesome.
smaller brands, bigger brands,
Of course.
because at the end of the day, right? It's just one pool. It's one
Hmm.
pool, one
Yeah,
family, and we're all gonna help each other out.
Yeah.
The market's big enough for
Yeah.
for
everybody
It
to
everybody.
is.
That's what
succeed,
I'm
right?
saying. The pie is
And
big
we're
enough.
not. Yeah, and we're not looking at it to become fucking millionaires. We do it because we love cigars. We love the leaf. We love talking to guys like you. We love your members of the club. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
Exactly.
about. I love going
Community.
around. Me and Ray used to go to lounges like crazy, and just to go searching for cigars.
Hmm.
Just go all different places. My partner, our old partner Nick. We used to do a lot of that, man, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
So
just to
Yeah.
kind of
yeah,
follow up on what Joe's saying, like paying it forward, man. We've been blessed enough over the past going into year 5 with the wealth of knowledge that we've received from titans in the industry. We can name drop so many people, but we don't do shit like that. That's not how we
Beautiful.
roll. We keep our
Beautiful,
stuff
man.
close to the chest.
Beautiful.
There are
Yeah.
things that we do, when we want to and we have to,
Yeah.
we've gotten criticized in the past, like, oh, you guys, everything is undisclosed. Listen, our formula works for us.
Yeah.
hmm
We're the ones behind the scenes putting the hard work in to make sure
Hmm.
that when we put out to market, people will go to enjoy it. But if there's any small scale brands out there, we have no problem taking a meeting with anybody. There were people that were willing enough to sit down with us
Yeah.
and because we had the brand recognition that we've received over the past couple of years to reach out to us. I mean, I'm talking about people reach out to us to craft comment. Hey,
Beautiful.
we'd love to work with you guys, stuff like that. So for us to return it tenfold to somebody else, like even like Joe
yeah,
brought up with Double Tap and helping them as a
Beautiful.
small little micro craft little
Beautiful.
entity to
Beautiful. Yeah.
help them and do something for them, or if there's anybody out there, whether they watch this or there's anybody that that you want to put, we're never going to turn our back on the industry.
Beautiful, man.
That's
Beautiful.
one
hmm
thing that I can say that and I feel like a lot of, and it's not name calling out on anyone, but a lot of the legacy brands kind of once they get their their golden ticket and they're good
Yeah.
to go, they forget where they came from.
Of
The one thing
course.
that we sat down 5 years ago when we were going through this is that we would never forget the humble beginnings and how we
Yeah.
started and the hustle that we made. And if we can return it back to somebody else to get that,
Hmm.
that good mojo back in our direction and that positivity, man, listen, we're willing to do anything and help anyone and give anyone advice.
And that speaks a lot, Ray, because we should never forget where we started.
Yeah.
The moment that
Nope.
we forget that, that's it. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
You gotta
Hmm.
stay humble. It doesn't matter how big you are or how big you've grown and whatever it is, you gotta stay humble, man. And that's one
Mhm.
thing that I'm focusing with the members in Wolfpack Cigar Club, bro. I mean, I don't have the time to talk to over 100 people every day, but
Hmm.
like I choose a group of people to send them messages and just stay in contact with them, and I
Right.
go like groups by groups because I got my own job, that it
Yeah.
has
Right.
nothing
Mhm.
to
We
do
all
with
do.
cigar. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like you said, the hard work, the consistency is what pays off. By the way, big shout out to Sheffield Cigars, Justin and Crystal. We're gonna have them on a
Great
podcast.
people.
They joined the Wolfpack Cigar Club like I don't know, like 3 weeks ago.
Nice,
And
great
I went to
people.
the website and I saw something with you guys, and I was like, shit, Cigar Clown. So
Yeah.
that cigar that you guys did with them, it's
Uh-huh.
part of their portfolio, or is it part of the Cigar Clown?
It's a joint. It's a joint.
Okay.
It's
Nice.
a joint collaboration.
Okay,
We're actually
okay,
in the process of starting a new company that
okay.
we're joining with, and Ray
Okay.
could tell you a little more about the project going forward.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like Joe said, we're kind of venturing into doing something collaborative in a business aspect with them on a full scale. You kind of touched on, you guys are the first that we're actually talking to about it besides the
Oh,
Oh,
collective
big
between the
shout.
both of us. Um, Yeah, man, like the Goldie Grace project. We sat down after the whole, sale and the selling out of the Goldie Grace, and there's a whole website dedicated to Goldie and the cause behind it, which is the fight against human trafficking, which they're very big on, which you'll learn by talking to
Yeah.
them and getting involved with them and stuff like that. And they're very big advocates for it. And we donated all the a part of the proceeds of the sales from the cigar to Bikers Against Trafficking to fight against human trafficking. So we're big with the causes, even with the veterans and stuff like that. We're always looking to do things like that. But yeah, so we sat down and we saw the Goldie has her own brand recognition at this point, right? Just because of
Mhm.
the cause, and the focal point on her as the entity to represent that cause and that fight against human trafficking. We want to kind of take it. We kind of sat down and agreed that she is going to be technically her own brand. So there'll be a line of kind of like if you want to look at it, we kind of base Goldie off like a graphic novel, right? As far as the creativity and the creative process is concerned, right? That was kind of the idea behind her. Crime fighter. She's tough. She's got bloody knuckles. She's out there. She's trying to save people and help people out and whatever she can do. So what every person who does that, if you want to call it a superhero or a hero per se, without superpowers, she always, they end up having, to team up with somebody where they have a sidekick or they have a group or something like that. So we kind of are trying to transition the idea into making her the focal point of her own entity and her own brand and having limited runs with different characters that are based in her core group of who she represents. So it'd be like her team per se. So it'd be like this run would come out, during the year, and then maybe another one would come out, and it would be a totally different character that kind of portrays, well, kind of making it a like a DC or a Marvel type of a universe, with Goldie being the focal point of that universe, and there'll be different entities, whether they're bad guys or whether they're good, or they're in between, or they play both sides, almost like a Boba Fett, where they play both sides of the field.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like taking that whole creative process to the next level, and being able to work with people like Justin and Crystal, who are phenomenal people, is an understatement. And you
Mhm.
know, being partnered up with them has been a blessing for us. And again, like I said earlier, we've had the ability to be able to talk to so many people and become friends with so many people in the industry to be able to do a project like this, and then taking it to really full scale. Because originally when Goldie came out, it was going to be a limited edition run that we were going to potentially do maybe once a year. Now we're talking about making it a full scale line for
Wow.
both of our
Okay.
companies,
Yeah.
and putting it out there into shops on a consistent basis, and then building off of that brand and making it in
Oh
its own
yeah.
entity. It's again, it's like it's all those kind of wheels moving in the right direction, and
Yeah.
it's something that we're super proud of, and we're looking forward to what the future holds for that project.
and
Hell
and
yeah,
a
man.
and a partnership with that is good in another sense, right? Because when we're making the sale and our sales team is making the sale, it's selling the Goldie Grace, and then we're teeing up,
Yeah.
Justin and Crystal, like, hey, they have your cigar in there already. Let's tee it up. Maybe
Yeah.
our sales team can work with you as well.
Exactly.
Everybody can eat and
Mm-hmm.
grow organically both of our brands through Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great thing, and it's like Ray said,
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
unbelievable feedback. If anybody's listening, cigarsagainsttrafficking.com
Okay.
is Goldie's website, and you can
Oh,
find all the
okay.
shops she was in. I mean, she's sold out now, probably everywhere.
Wow.
Maybe a few cigars here and there you can
I think Toro had
find.
a few left, but I don't know if they have them
Yeah,
left at this point.
yeah. Maybe I know another website that might have a few coming to them. I'm not sure, but
All
I
right.
don't want to
All
I
right.
don't want to drop
That's
anything.
awesome, bro. When you see,
Yeah.
it's awesome to see two brands coming in and doing a
Hell yeah.
collaboration instead of being like, it's my enemy, I'm the enemy, and shit like that, and competition.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro, getting together, putting up a collaboration or project like that to a good cause. On top of that, and people should see that and appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And should support that
And they're
as
great
well.
people. They're great people.
Yeah.
I went to Justin's house and Crystal's house when I was in Florida with my son, and my son went fishing with Justin and his son, and I was hanging out with their dog.
Yeah.
It was a lightning storm, and we were freaking moving a metal barbecue. Just hooked up the propane. It was unbelievable. We
Yeah,
just had a
I
great
remember.
time.
I remember he
Yeah,
reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, bro, how can I join the club?" And I'm like, "No, dude, you got to do this and do that." So they did, right? And when I'm packing the order, I'm coming back because I know they live in, I think it's Melbourne,
yeah,
Florida.
Melbourne,
And when
yeah.
I'm doing the fucking label, I'm like, "Fuck, man! I was just in Melbourne like 3 days ago, and now I'm realizing that they're in Melbourne. I would probably could have met up, but yeah, no, they're good people. Mostly I speak to Justin, and yeah, we're gonna have them in a podcast really soon. He already sent the cigars. He told me today that he sent it, so shout out to them.
Great
And
people.
wow, bro, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And similar to you guys, I mean, not in the big scale, but it's the same thing like what you guys were saying. When we started this channel off, it was like, when I kind of like pitched the idea to Yosli, I'm like, yo, let's just get on and talk, man. Like, we'll make phone calls, dude. Yosli's, dude, again, man, with the hustle, I definitely commend him, man. He was making all of these phone calls that now it's gotten to the point that we got companies reaching out to us the same way that you're saying. It's just because they know the vibes. They know that is
Right.
genuine. They know that it's not, we're not looking for anything. It's not, this is what it is, man. And I definitely, again, man, I don't know how much praise I could give you guys. I love the energy that you guys are giving us, man. And I wish you guys nothing but success, man. Continued
Thank you, man.
success. Definitely, bro.
Thank you.
I definitely appreciate that, man. And just coming on, with us, spending an hour. We're going on an hour now, and it's like, dude, I kind of like want to give you guys the floor, man. Like, what do you guys got coming up now? Events coming up, like,
Before
kind
you
of like
before
give
you
me
go
like
into
that.
that, I gotta
Mhm.
say, not because they're in front of me. This cigar has been one of the best cigars I smoked
Dude,
in 2024.
I'm telling you, man, it
It's
is.
Oh
gonna
man.
be. We're planning to do I don't know if we're gonna do a 10 cigar or a 20 cigar of the year by the end of the year, but this cigar is definitely gonna be in that
This
list
is on my
again.
list, man.
Yeah,
Just
again,
stop
it's not
smoking
because
cigars.
Joe is
That's all.
here.
Just stop
Yeah.
smoking
Yeah,
cigars for
it's
the end of
not
the year.
because
That's it.
yeah, it's not because Ray's here. It's not because Joe is here. This cigar deserves to be
Hell yeah.
praised, bro. I'm
Yeah.
really. I mean, I never doubt. I mean, I've smoked your cigars for a long time, and I never had a doubt. But this cigar really impressed me. It's an
Thank you.
amazing smoke, an amazing
Yep.
blend, an amazing work made by Tony Barrios. He's a great guy too.
Great
Two
guy.
companies like Stallone and Cigar Clowns together. Speechless, man. So yeah,
If
Yeah,
you see
man.
the
You just
box,
give us, yeah, though. Guys.
if you see the sorry man, if you see the box packaging, you'll see it looks like Tony.
oh yeah,
The big old cowboy on there. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
That's
There
he
you go.
loves
There
the
you go.
horses.
yes,
Hmm.
he does.
Yeah, but he's a great guy. We had him over, I don't know, months ago, right?
Oh my God, it was a little while ago. He was actually, I think, one of the first podcasts that we did with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
and
because it
he's
was around. I think it was around the time of the Kentucky Derby, like last year. I think.
yeah, something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was a while ago, man. Yeah, because it was the horses, so we had to kind of like celebrate with that, man. So
Right.
you know what I mean. So definitely, man. Nah, but my question to you guys, man, just it's kind of like open floor for you guys. Give us events that you guys are gonna be doing. What anything that you guys want to give out before we close out, man. Any information?
Yeah, I'll just say that we just got restocked on the Rodeo Clown, so they will be back in shops. We just got restocked on the King of Clowns.
Okay.
Also the Geppettos, man. The Geppettos have been aging for a long time now. We didn't realize how blessed we would be this year. We had a very good year, so we did
Nice.
run short on cigars, but they're all coming back in stock. The Festivus is not to be missed this year.
Okay.
Can I throw a little teaser out there, Ray?
Go ahead. Go. Oh,
You know, Tony
you know what?
Barrios.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Tony Barrios helped us with the blend on that too, man.
Oh,
Oh
oh
shit!
man.
It's it's gonna
Nice.
be might be the strongest clown yet.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Mm.
It's a banger,
all
Oh,
right.
nice.
banger.
Good to
Hmm.
know. Good to know.
Hmm.
And for the people watching, obviously, I'll reach out to other members. We're gonna have cigar clowns at wolfpackcigarclub.com really soon.
There you
Hopefully, hopefully. I still don't know when I'm getting the cigars. It should be tomorrow,
Should be
Friday.
tomorrow.
If I
Yep.
get them tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do everything possible to launch them on Sunday on the store, and then
go.
do
Okay.
the polls. I'll do the collab polls with you guys, and I'll reach out to other members, and I'll make sure to on our next giveaway, our next live that we have for the raffle that we do every month on the club to mention it, so that
Definitely.
members can get their hands on some of the cigar clowns. Really excited. to have you guys on board with us and to work
Yes,
together
sir.
and just looking into the future.
Yeah,
Long
We're
man.
time coming.
excited to be with you. We're
Yeah, man.
excited to be,
Long
man.
time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
first
And
and
Definitely.
foremost. Secondly, like Joe touched on, we're doing a project with Double Tap. A lot of that
Okay.
information will be starting to come out, sooner than later. We're doing an event with Toro, Veterans Day
Okay.
weekend in November. November 9th, we'll be down in Virginia, myself and Danny. And hopefully, Joe, if little Jojo doesn't have a playoff game, he'll be there as well.
Mhm.
All
Mhm.
right.
Festivus is coming out at the end of the year to close out the year for us. 2025 is, we got a lot of things in the
Okay.
Lady
loop.
Grace, she'll be back in
Goldie
January.
Grace, she'll be back in January.
Mhm.
And listen, at the end of the day, if there's anything that we can do as a brand to support you guys in any aspect,
Appreciate that,
anything that
man.
we can do for you guys,
thank you,
Josie
bro.
knows how
Appreciate
to
that.
get in touch with us. You know how to get in contact with us. I run the social media aspect on Instagram
Appreciate
and
it.
Facebook. You can shoot me a number if that's easier. Whatever we
Okay.
can do to help you guys promote. Whatever we
Yep.
can do to help you build that Wolfpack Club in. But
Most
definitely
definitely,
anything we
bro.
can do special for you guys. Please don't
Just let
hesitate to
us know.
ask. We're all about giving
Appreciate
back.
that, man.
So if we can help you guys grow like you're helping us grow,
Yeah.
it pays
Exactly, bro.
over. You know what I mean?
That,
Yeah.
that,
Maybe a
that's what it is,
Wolfpack cigar
bro.
coming out with us soon. With a little
Yeah,
limited drop just for the club.
yeah, yeah,
We
bro.
can
Oh
work on
man,
that.
I'm saying, bro, I'm excited, bro.
You guys got any events coming up in the Northeast anytime soon? I know you
I
said
got
Pittsburgh, but anything?
Yeah. We
Pittsburgh
got
this weekend, Virginia, and
Virginia.
I don't know. We're gonna
We
be getting
sh-
out to Florida at some point in 2025.
yeah,
That's for
yeah.
sure.
I'm
You
in
gotta let
PA,
me
man.
know.
I got you.
You're in
Got to do
PA.
something closer to PA, man. I mean, I'm originally from New York, but I'll go back to New York.
All right.
I don't have a
I'll
problem, man.
definitely. I'll let you know when we
We're
get
in
something on
PA.
the books.
I'm in Allentown.
Oh, you're not far.
Yeah, no, no,
All
no.
right.
I'm right there. I mean, that's why
You're not far.
I'm a jump. I'm a skip away. So I'll definitely, and I'm always in New York. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, good assault.
But
Anytime we roll out the
definitely,
red carpet.
yeah. What's up?
I said anytime you're in New York, we
Oh
roll out
yeah,
the
yeah,
red
man,
carpet.
definitely, man, definitely, man. But again, man, I definitely appreciate you guys spending taking out some time from your busy schedules, man, and coming on with us, dude. Dude, this has been a long time coming. When he told me that it was gonna be cigar clowns, I was like, dude. I even told my wife, I'm like, babe, don't bother me. Like I'm gonna be out here. I even told her, I was like, yo, don't bother me, please. She brought me on my coffee and kind of like went out, so you didn't even hear her. But definitely, man, I appreciate you guys.
We
This
appreciate
is
you.
actually one of the ones that I was looking forward to, man, and
Likewise.
I'm glad I was part of it, man.
No, it's
Thank
Yeah,
been a
you,
man.
great
guys.
podcast, and anybody else out there that a brand that might see this podcast, don't get jealous. This has been the best
Don't
podcast
get
so
jealous.
far in 2024. So it is
Yeah,
what it is. We
yeah,
gotta be
man.
honest, bro.
Yeah, man.
Now I
Well,
appreciate
Yosli, if
you
you
guys.
got if you got anything to finish off, Yosli, man,
Nah,
let's.
bro. I mean, anybody watching the podcast, please follow Cigar Clowns. Get your
Yep.
hands on Cigar Clowns. They're gonna be in wolfpackcigarclub.com really soon. Hopefully by this Sunday, Sunday the 15th, I think it is.
Hmm.
Anyways, shout out to Ray, shout out to Joe, shout out to Danny, and hopefully we can bring you on another podcast again, and
Yes.
hopefully we can do a live.
Anytime, man. Yeah, man.
Appreciate
We'd
that.
love
Anytime.
to
Yeah.
do it. Just let us know.
Anytime.
All
I,
right.
I will. I
Anytime.
will. I think.
All
I think the next move will be an Instagram live, so I can
Okay.
let all the members know that we're gonna be on a live with the
Hmm.
cigar clowns and all of that, so that they can
Yeah.
hear, a little bit more about the cigars and stuff like that. And
right. Yeah, man.
and that's it. I'm really excited, guys. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man.
Maybe
We
we'll
all
open
too.
the vault to give some rare cigars out for that live event.
Oh, all right.
Let's
There you
go.
go. There you
Let's
go.
Mm.
go.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you go. Now, but thank you guys, man. Enjoy, like I said, man, enjoy the rest of your night, man. Again, thank you guys for coming on, man. And listen, bro, it was an honor to have you guys along, man. But definitely
Same
enjoy
here.
your night, man.
It was
Same
an
here.
honor to be here.
Just, thank you guys, bro. Definitely, man.
Thank
Just
you,
Thank
don't
guys.
you.
burn your lips when you're smoking that to the nub. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
man.
down for it. I'm
Yeah,
good, man.
yeah, man. Dude,
Let's
I'm
go.
almost there, man. I'm
I'm
enjoying it,
not
man. I'm
dropping it
enjoying
down.
it.
I'm not
Nah,
dropping it down.
I'm definitely not gonna put it. I think I'm gonna burn my fingers with this
And
one,
let me
bro.
tell you, bro, this thing has a really good retro, bro. I've been
Dude, oh,
retroing
the
all the
retro is
time.
amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
freaking love it, bro.
Amazing. From
All right,
front to
guys. So
from front to start to finish, man. It's
yeah, yeah, from start
Thank
to
you,
finish,
guys.
amazing smoke. I can't wait to try the other stuff that you guys have. Again, follow the Cigar Clowns, follow Wolfpack Cigar Club, follow Craft Life Social. If you want to become a member of the club, just send us a DM at Wolfpack Cigar Club on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel. Wolfpack Cigar Club. It's free. It's not like we're charging for membership on YouTube, and just thanks
Not
everybody
yet.
for
All
Hmm.
right.
Not yet.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
not yet. That's right.
Yeah.
Not yet. That's where you want to be.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
time.
man. That's what
Yeah.
we're
It's
trying
time.
to be. Yeah, man.
Patreon. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's
man.
get in now. Get in now.
Yeah.
That's
Get in
it.
now. That's what it is. All right, man. Thank you
All
guys,
right,
man.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. All right,
All
man.
right. Have a
Peace.
great night.